Welcome to Cygnet Academy for Administrators. Today we'll be showing you how to download, install, and configure Ourdrive, our data transfer tool. First, go to www.cygnetcloud.com. Then you scroll down to the Downloads menu on the right hand side. After clicking on this, you'll be confronted with a number of downloads, Java and Flash, which we also use for other elements in the system, and Ourdrive being our file transfer utility. Go ahead and click on that and wait for the download. Once downloaded, retrieve the .exe, agree to the license agreement where it's going to be installed, and then you can start and configure Ourdrive. So what do we do? First of all, we fill in our server URL. This will be HTTPS for the secure connection. Then mine will be help.cygnetcloud.com. Then we go down. The upload URI and the upload method are filled in automatically. Then we have the API key. If you have a system with multiple users and you are a system administrator, you will be able to get the chance to configure your own API key. This will allow all the users in the system to fill in one API key and to be able to upload under this key. They will not need to fill in the individual passwords at that moment in time. What you do then is fill in your username. In this case it will be gschley and my password. Next thing we see is a target container. As a system administrator, you'll be able to do a right mouse button and then go down to the information in the context menu in Cygnet and find the ID. So this target container is the ID of the container in Cygnet that you want the documents to be transferred to. It is not the folder on your system. The next thing you see here is the folders. These are the watch folders on your system. Everything that is placed into this folder will be uploaded into Cygnet. So go ahead and hit add folder. In this case on my desktop I have an Ourdrive folder. This is the one I want to select. Go ahead and hit apply and make sure you close the program. So hit exit. Then go to your programs and open it up. The system needs to refresh itself for the connection to be established. What we can do then is grab whatever we want. In this case it's a star picture and drop it in Ourdrive. If I go to the bottom right hand corner, you'll see that Ourdrive is running. If we do a right mouse button, we can go to the show log. Here the system will show you an event log of what it's doing, and in the top left hand corner we'll have an upload log. And what it will show there is any successful uploads the system will be able to do, including the identifier that the system has added and uploaded into the system. I can double check that by going to my watch folder. It is indeed empty. We can close that and verify that the document is actually in the system. In the top right hand corner I see I have a number of documents in my in tray. One of them is actually my star. So if I double click on that, we can see that's the document in question, and we can start indexing that document, assigning it to other users, or working with it in general. This is how you set up Ourdrive for a single user. So how do you set up Ourdrive on a network or for a multi-tenant system? Well, let's do that now. Again, you go back down to the bottom right hand corner, open it up, do a right mouse button on Ourdrive, and go back into the settings. In the settings now, what we want to do, we'll leave the master settings as is, but we'll go down and we'll start adding folders. What you do is you go to your network folders. In this case I have some network in trays. I have Bob, Dylan, and Glenn. Well, in this case we're going to take Glenn. I'll open it up. I have a secondary watch folder in my folder listing, and I can go down to folder settings. If I click that, you'll actually see that I can now set individual settings on this folder that will not listen to the master settings, or I could allow it to inherit the master settings. As you see, it does automatically, but in this case I want it to be different. So I'll say http://demo.cygnet-ecm.com. keep the same API key because we're not using one anyhow. Fill in another username, fill in another password, and I'll leave the target container as it is. Go ahead and hit OK, apply, Then after hitting apply, we can go down to our folders. We'll open up one of the in trays, in this case Glenn, and I'll drop an image into it which I want to have uploaded into my Cygnet in tray. And as you can see, it's uploaded. We can go into the system. An in tray item has been added. In the top right hand corner we can see we have a number of items in our in tray, including a new image from today. If we double click, we will see our helicopter that we just uploaded. Again, now we can index or assign or collaborate with other users on this. This is how you install Ourdrive for multiple systems, network installation. Again, at this moment in time I chose a different installation to show the working of the folder settings, but you can actually go into the folder settings and you can add as many in trays as you like for all your different users, for all your different systems, if you are a part of multiple systems. This was how you install and configure Ourdrive. This was Cygnet Academy for Administrators. I hope you learned a lot.